Welcome to AliExpress, legitimately the home of some of the most interesting tech and gadgets on the internet. So I can get a water quality tester. I want to test my water. Is my water really water? Also, I like how they advertise free 11-day delivery. It's a very specific number. 6-finger linkage chicken eating artifact. Oh, it's PUBG. It's winner, winner, chicken dinner, but when you translate it, it happens to be chicken eating artifact. I've seen this before. A urinal car bucket outdoor standing urine emergency travel. Oh, okay, yep, show me how to open it. Yep, that's the hole. You pee in there, and then you empty it, and then you collapse it. Well, I mean, for $1.99, it beats a Pringles can. Am I right? Ooh, okay. So these are the KZ EDX Pro dynamic headphones. So KZ is a manufacturer of some very cheap but generally quite good sounding headphones and IEMs and whatnot. And for $2.99, that is impressive. The S23 Mini. So they say that it is a 3-inch screen with the 3G network and apparently 5 cameras.
Yeah, you love tiny phones.
You know what? I do. I'm a big fan of small things. The smaller the better. And they also have a mini iPhone from the same company. All right, my friends, I think that's all we need for this episode of AliExpress Tech. Let me hit that big red checkout button, and I will see you in apparently 11 to 37 days when all of my items arrive from AliExpress. Let us begin with the tiniest of tiny phones. You may need a magnifying glass to see this one. This is the Squeeze S23 Pro. Look at this little guy. He's so little. He's even got the little 5-camera array as if it's an S23 Ultra. They call it a Pro, but an Ultra. I think only one of those cameras is real. I think the other ones are just sort of placeholders. But you know what though? As tiny as it is, it's actually like massively chunky. Like this is like way thicker than a normal phone. How much was this device?
It was $30 for a theoretically fully functional phone.
So $30 is like the point where I'm like, is this actually even running Android or is this running this like some dumb phone OS? Because they do give you an adorable little case and it is thankful USB-C. So far, not so bad. We even get a baby screen protector. It's so cute. Oh my God, it's actually running Android. Holy, right? That's Android. That's a skinned version of Android, but oh my God, it's an actual Android phone. It's got the Play Store. Bro, wait, that gets something good from AliExpress? Battery, 68%, about 53 minutes left. It's got cameras too. Let's see how cameras are. This is a sample of what the video looks like coming from my S23 Pro. Now, it's probably not good, but $30, man, $30, like, there's something to this. Hit me. It looks exactly the same. All right, so this is the Soyuz XS16 digital mobile phone. It apparently has dual SIMs. Do you see it's got 2 IMEIs? That's kind of interesting. Okay, behold our iPhone 10. Oh. Okay, so it is very cute from the back, and it is the chunkiest thing I've ever seen from the side. So, for context, this S23 Pro, this is an actual iPhone, and this is the Soyuz. So it is significantly thicker than an iPhone, but especially because it's so small, it like really makes it feel like a chunker. Now, how much was they call it an iPhone XS, but it looks more like a 13 or 14 because it's got the triple cameras. Do you know how much this is?
So this was around $53, but
okay,
it costs a lot more because, you know, like most iPhones, it is better than most other phones.
Oh, as soon as you have an iPhone badge, you get to charge more. How interesting. Not to give them credit, because to be fair, these are also fake cameras, like on the S23. Like that's the real one, these two look fake. But can you see the light? It's got actually a kind of interesting speckle pattern. I actually wouldn't hate if I could buy a phone that had that sort of pattern. Can you see it in the light? Let's see what we got. It is, oh no, it's not identical. It has slightly different icons to make it look more like iOS, but only slightly. Okay, so it's the same kind of camera app. The camera looks actually maybe slightly better, honestly. Oh my God, yeah, that's actually a huge difference. I mean, this one looks like you whispered the word color into a camera. This one actually has like some saturation. They do say they come with dual SIMs, which would be very impressive in such a small device. So let's actually try. What is going on here? So, okay, that's a SIM card. Is that a dual SIM and then this one could turn into micro SD? I think that's what we're looking at. It's actually not horrible though. It does kind of work. For context, my thumb covers up the entire keyboard, like the whole thing. Obviously, there's a lot of inspiration with these designs and the large number of not real cameras on them. But I find myself gravitating toward the S23 a little bit more. I think I like the way it feels just a little bit more. I think the design looks more actually like a baby Samsung, which is adorable. And 30 bucks I think is a little bit more of a like, hey, I want to give it a try. Versus 60, I'm just like, I don't know, just buy a real phone at that point. Wow, it's a goose! Oh, well, boy, that is... What? Can you just like look at his eyes? There is some deep, dark pain behind those eyes. Okay, ready and this is.
Yes.
I was about to say you should like start being mischievous around the office.
Yeah.
No one will see who I am. I'm like. Can I do the rest of the video like this? I deeply regret my decisions, but you know what I do? I do for the thumbnail. All right. We have a set of EDX Pro in-ear ergonomic structure headphones. Now these actually I think will be good. So this is from KZ. How much were my KZ EDX Pros?
These were $5 flat.
That's a pretty good price. That's honestly not bad. So let's see how well these KZs work. You know what? Okay, that's enough. We're good. We're good.
You made it 10 times worse.
We've got ourselves not only the cable, some ear tips, but we also have the monitors themselves. These look sick. So you can see that they're fully transparent. Now, mind you, they're not like super complicated, right? So you see it looks like there's like one driver and that's pretty much it, but we're talking $5. Like, what are you gonna expect? And the fact they have detachable cables is neat because if you ever do wear it out, I mean, at $5 or whatever, but like you could swap the cables as well. And that is ooh, I like that cable. That looks nice. The fact that it's all transparent, you can see everything inside. Man, for $5 for my in-ear monitors to work, what is this? It's a Bluetooth cassette player. I know that you can still buy new cassette players. As far as I know, they're all bad. Like all of the like companies who made good cassette players have stopped years ago. So I think there's only like maybe like a factory or two that make cassette players today, and they're very low quality. So I'm gonna have low expectations, but also if you're buying a cassette player, I mean, I think you're kind of in for a little more of an experience. Boy, that looks unbelievably cheap. Please tell me that this was unbelievably cheap.
What is your definition of unbelievably cheap?
$23.
Incorrect. We paid around 30.
Okay, so immediately what I see here, glossy plastic, the like chintziest of buttons, and it does have like a little like Bluetooth style control on the back. Oh, that's the what? No! Look at this! Dude, the best part of a cassette player is the ka-chunk, look, you know what a cassette player sounds like. It's not. That is so sad. That is like the weakest little mechanism I've ever heard. All right, let's listen to some Andy Williams. God, that's awful. Oh, no, it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. So it doesn't have Dolby noise reduction. Cassettes, by definition, are typically a little noisy, right? There's a little bit of that sort of like hiss, that sort of like, it's not a pleasant sound. It's just a like poorly amplified kind of sound. Pretty much every decent cassette player had Dolby like noise reduction. There's a couple different versions, and basically that would help to knock out some of that like that you would hear in the background and help cassettes sound pretty decent. This definitely doesn't have that, which means that you hear just a. To give these EDX Pros a proper shot, I'm going to listen to it on the new G14. Oh, these are good. Hell yeah, dude. Those are great. Look, I'm not gonna try to tell you that these are gonna be audiophile grade $500 headphones, but I guarantee you, you blind test these headphones, most people are gonna think these cost $100 plus. These might be my biggest recommendation for an item I've looked at from AliExpress ever. Curse you, past Austin! Why did I buy a tongue scraper from AliExpress? How does one scrape a tongue? I'm looking at an implement. It looks like it was a reject from the dentist office. It's not sharp, which is always good, but the roundness doesn't really fill me with confidence, because how is a round thing going to scrape your tongue?
Because you're doing it wrong. You hold those ends. You hold those ends. You're upside down. Yep, there you go.
Oh!
There you go.
Oh, so you do this, not...
No, yeah. You didn't even clean it beforehand. You didn't even clean it beforehand. What are you doing? I don't know. Why are you doing this?
Oh, the drool is running down the side of the slip. Is my tongue clean?
Oh my god.
I should have sniffed that thing a little bit more before I put it in my mouth.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll finish this video tomorrow once I have a quick little word with my physician and ask about the workers' comp.
Okay, Neville, it's up to you.
Oh no! Okay, so this is our A50 Pro. I think I bought another fake phone. Okay, the Servo A50 Pro. So this, oh, yes! Yes, it's so good! Oh my God, it really is! So this is the iPhone Flip. Oh, that hinge! Holy, look at the hinge! Woo! I am into it. Now, this is not a screen. That's just a sticker. But if Apple made a iPhone Flip, it would be exactly this. You know why I'm really happy I have this now? Think about how many great fake thumbnails I can make now. we don't need to spend time photoshopping an iPhone onto a Z Flip. We can take pictures of this. So if you put this A50 Pro side by side with a Z Flip, you'll see that the resemblances are uncanny, but it really is very iPhone-y. As impressive as it is on the outside, the inside is a little bit less so. So if I take off this, it looks a whole lot less cool. And then the buttons on the bottom, it's like my first Moto Razr, but you know, like the baby version, because I'm a child. Yeah, so this screen is absurdly bright, like to the point where my eyes hurt. It's probably clipping on the camera. This is really bad, wow. I'm not sure why I'm surprised this is really bad, but it is, in fact, really, really bad. Memory card removed. I need a micro SD card. You know what? That's a feature that the Z Flip and the iPhone don't have, is an SD card slot. So I've acquired a 16 gigabyte micro SD card. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the cutting edge Pro HDR high quality image from the Apple iPhone Flip. It doesn't have enough memory to record for a single second. It comes with a very hard little plastic case for your, how expensive was this?
It was $18.
Honestly, I pay $18 to flex on my friends that I got the new foldable iPhone. Ugh, it don't feel good. All right. Did it just make the noise? Oh my God. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. We have a little bit of a theme when it comes to ordering stuff from AliExpress. Behold, the portable Dreamcast! Yes, my friends, the absolute mad lads on AliExpress crafted from an authentic Dreamcast motherboard an actual, real Dreamcast portable. We've looked at a portable PS2 from AliExpress, which was kind of mid, a portable GameCube, which was actually quite good, but my first impression is that this looks like the most high quality, well-designed one. Obviously, it's heavy, right? It is quite chunky. And I don't love like the D-pad and some of the buttons. Like, you can even see like the X, Y, A, B buttons are all 3D printed, which are a little rough. But the screen actually is not like incredibly small. It's also, to be clear, not copyright infringement. It's not Dreamcast. It is Dreamcat, which is a totally different thing and no copyright intended. I'm gonna play my Dreamcat now. VMU is activating. Oh, look at that! Boom, Dreamcast, instantly ready to go. Boy, the Steam Deck exhaust has got nothing on this thing. Wow!
They specifically tell you not to huff the exhaust, please.
I would say the screen is not bad. It is 16:9, which is not correct for the Dreamcast, so it's stretching the image a little bit. I actually have the VMU functional, so they definitely wired it correctly. So the VMU was a combo memory card and a little like sort of screen, and you actually had a couple of buttons on it. So there's some very simple like Tamagotchi style things you could do. But what I can do is I can actually use that to save to the VMU. So this is exactly like as if I was actually playing on a real bit of Dreamcast hardware, because I am. There's no emulation going on. I am playing a ROM, but it is playing it on the original CPU, GPU, VMU. So the controls feel good. The actual stick does, I think the stick is actually 3D printed. I think everything is 3D printed here. How far away is this hospital? No! It took a little too long. Dude, this thing is actually really good, like honestly. Like, okay, I'm gonna turn the volume down here. I mean, look, are these things practical? Of course not. You know, I think no one in the right mind should spend $500 on a little portable thing of something that you can easily emulate or buy a real Dreamcast. But I really appreciate the fact that someone has gone through the trouble of taking original hardware and modifying it in, I would say, a really quite solid way. The screen is good, the speakers are good. It's a 3D printed enclosure, but it's actually done really quite well. It's sort of smooth. Like, yes, if you're looking for it, you can see some little like sort of imperfections, but for something that was custom designed, it's not bad. It also has the VMU. I mean, I cannot justify $500 for this. Like, it's so much money, and the fact that you have to already have the ROMs means that you could just emulate it anyway. But like, I respect the fact that this was an enormous amount of work and has been done really quite well. This is my favorite of the AliExpress emulators that we've seen. Like, it is just legitimately really cool. So I'm seeing, and I'm not really understanding, what the hell did I purchase? Because this says it's a premium grade pure moxa roll, which sounds real fun. But then it's got this weird ass like, is it like an incense holder? I thought it said acupuncture.
Yeah, so this is a, I'm probably gonna pronounce it wrong. Moxibustion box.
Moxibustion?
Yes, so I have seen it sort of. So it's basically like acupuncture, but with fire.
Okay, there's a acupuncture and then there's fire. There's not a lot of like overlap. This is the thing which said it was copper. I mean, do I like, where do I, it's just like.
You put fire in those things if I
sus.
understand it correctly.
Okay, you know what, I will say something. It smells delightful, it smells like tea. Okay, but here's the question, how do you do the, do I like unroll it? I'm just gonna crack it and we're just gonna
Do not try this at home unless you know how to do it.
Now I'm gonna put it in the thing.
Yeah. What does it smell like?
Cigarettes. It's in copper, so what could go wrong?
Yeah, surprisingly, these did not come with instruction manuals, so it's...
They like figure you're dumb enough to do this, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's starting to fill up the city real bad.
A little bit. All right, we're gonna release it. What happens? Woo! Woohoo! Okay.
Oh no! That's. I think that's gonna make it hotter.
I think I've lost a couple months off my life right now.
Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad.
I'm gonna open the door.
Somehow, I don't know why, you fanning it is making it worse.
Yeah, kind of.
There's a little bit of smoke in the studio right now.
Let me add air to this fire.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put this out.
It's strong. It's getting stronger.
I'm trying to make it stop. I need water.